How did Momoshiki get inside Boruto and can he come out? The story of Momoshiki Otsutsuki is one of the more interesting ones, even if we combine both Naruto and Boruto as a single narrative unit. Although his clan has a lasting notoriety behind them, Momoshiki is truly specific, even among his clan members, which is why he deserves the attention that he's been getting. In this article, we are going to focus on one major event from the Boruto series, as we explain how Momoshiki got inside Boruto and whether he can get back out or not. After being killed by Boruto, Momoshiki made the boy a vessel for his chakra, leaving his Kama on him. This gave Boruto access to mysterious powers and, as the seal evolved, allows Momoshiki to take complete control of his body for short periods of time during which he is free to act. It is possible that over time, Kama will continue to progress and eventually turn Boruto into the ultimate Otsutsuki. The rest of this article is going to focus on the details surrounding Momoshiki's death and his subsequent entry into Boruto's body. You're going to find out how it happened, as well as why it happened, as we are also going to tell you whether Momoshiki can actually leave Boruto whenever he wants or is he now tied to him until the very end. How did Momoshiki get inside Boruto? When Katasuke showed up and tried to use the Kote to finish off the enemy, all of his attacks were absorbed by Momoshiki again, restoring his strength. He caught all the Kage in the shadow paralysis technique and was about to kill them all except for Naruto. Left with no other choice, Sasuke encourages Boruto to use his Rasengan to get out of the situation. Boruto's small Rasengan unexpectedly hits Momoshiki, freeing him and the other Kage. Enraged that Boruto had torn his clothes, Momoshiki swallowed more chakra pills to strengthen himself. Naruto then transferred his chakra to Boruto to use the parent and child Rasengan. Meanwhile, Sasuke distracts Momoshiki so Boruto can mount an attack. First, Boruto suddenly attacked him with a shadow clone and disabled his right Rinnegan, after which the original attacked him with the Rasengan. Momoshiki tried to counter him with his own version of the Rasengan, but couldn't resist him, took the hit and was finally destroyed. Momoshiki's spirit briefly remained alive, noting that Boruto could sense his presence due to the blood of the Byakugan wielders within. Momoshiki appears in front of him and notes that while he couldn't foresee his own fate, he sees Boruto's fate clearly. He warns Boruto that someday his blue eyes will take everything away from him, and also adds that the one who defeats God ceases to be an ordinary person. Before disappearing, Momoshiki touches his hand, leaving a mark on it, and tells him to continue on his path to that destiny. Momoshiki bestowed his Kama on Boruto before his spirit disappeared, making him his vessel, intending to resurrect. The mark grants Boruto a series of special abilities, as well as allowing Momoshiki to manifest through it for a certain period of time when Boruto expends a large amount of chakra, taking full control of his body. When this occurs, Kama marks spread across the right side of Boruto's body, forming a horn and turning his right eye into a Byakugan. Momoshiki maintains Boruto's knowledge of and access to techniques, is capable of absorbing chakra through the mark, as well as greatly empowering physical attacks and techniques. In the same way, he can open portals to travel between dimensions. Why is Momoshiki inside Boruto? In order to understand why Momoshiki entered Boruto's body, we have to understand the nature of the Kama seal. Kama is a seal that serves as a backup of the biological data of an Otsutsuki clan member that they embed in the body of their chosen user, marking them as a vessel for Otsutsuki's will, in case they face imminent death. Over time, Kama overwrites the vessel's genetic profile until his body completely transforms into a perfectly recreated copy of Otsutsuki. The moment Kama disappears, the Otsutsuki eventually take over the vessel's body and resurrect. If an Otsutsuki is killed, his soul will be transferred to one of the available vessels, and when the Kama unpacking process is completed, they will be resurrected through the body of their vessel. During the decompression process, the vessel can learn to activate Kama and partially use the powers and abilities of the Otsutsuki, at some points even allowing the Otsutsuki's will to manifest and take control of its body. Compatibility with Otsutsuki is extremely rare and unpredictable, and unless the person is a suitable vessel, the ritual is usually fatal. However, sometimes an unsuitable vessel can survive the ritual, creating a unique variant of this seal called the White Kama that manifests on a person who is not qualified to become a vessel. Such people cannot serve as a container for the Otsutsuki's soul and therefore cannot be used in the process of reincarnation. But they retain other seal abilities and are even able to transform into a brand new Otsutsuki. And, As you can see, the very nature of the Kama seal explains why Momoshiki is inside Boruto's body in the first place. Namely, the Kama seal is used as a form of lifeline for members of the Otsutsuki clan. The only known members of the clan that have so far used the Kama are Ishiki and Momoshiki, both of who did it to avoid death. Momoshiki was ultimately defeated by Boruto and, ironically, decided to possess his killer's body in order to survive and resurrect at a later point. Can Momoshiki come out of Boruto? At this moment, it is unknown if Momoshiki can permanently leave Boruto's body or not. Assuming that Momoshiki is powerful as we think he is and that this seal is a voluntary act on his side and not a necessity, Momoshiki is probably able to exit Boruto's body, but we do not know that for certain. We know that he is able to manifest himself when Boruto runs out of chakra and that his genetic code is slowly imprinted into Boruto, so it is quite probable that he would be able to leave Boruto's body if he wanted to. Momoshiki has so far manifested himself on several occasions. The first time was during the battle to save Naruto from Buro, when Sarada destroys the core of Buro's shinobi regenerative implant, causing him to transform into a monster and go on a rampage, nearly killing all 4 of the team. However, seconds before Buro could deliver the killing blow, Boruto unwittingly awakened Momoshiki through his Kama. Gaining control of Boruto's body, Momoshiki avoided an early attack by flying into the air and then chuckled at Buro as he effortlessly suppressed his taijutsu before realizing that Boruto was nearly out of chakra. After absorbing chakra from an unconscious Naruto, Momoshiki remembered the name of Boruto's favorite technique and released a massive Rasengan that destroyed Buro. With the threat removed, Momoshiki said that it was not yet time for Boruto to lose everything, and his personality weakened as Kama began to regress. Coming to his senses, Boruto couldn't remember what had happened. Later, during the battle with Ishiki, Kara's founder determined that Boruto's Kama development was almost complete and that, as Momoshiki's vessel, he would make an excellent sacrifice in order to turn the Ten Tails into a god tree, and then strip the boy of his powers by breaking his arm and back. Boruto was quickly rescued by Naruto and Sasuke, but was soon knocked unconscious. As the battle progressed, Naruto and Sasuke were pushed to their limits, and Ishiki managed to summon Kawaki to him to leave a new Kama mark on him before his inevitable death. At that moment, Momoshiki awakens again. Momoshiki decides to go unnoticed when Kawaki uses a shadow clone to prevent Ishiki from reincarnating with Kama in the future as his body begins to crumble to dust. When Ishiki finally truly dies and Naruto and Sasuke are badly injured, Momoshiki surprises by stabbing a kunai into Sasuke's left eye, destroying his Rinnegan before anyone can react. He then crouches in a fighting stance, stating that he never imagined that they could defeat Ishiki, and that from now on, they are the only obstacles in his path. Momoshiki was happy to neutralize Sasuke's space-time ninjutsu and began to fight him and Kawaki. He noticed that the unpacking of Kama Kawaki had progressed considerably, making him a suitable victim to cultivate the god tree, which he was about to do. Sasuke, noticing that Momoshiki avoided absorbing any jutsu in battle, deduced that if Boruto's chakra was replenished, his personality would return. Momoshiki used Boruto's disappearing Rasengan to incapacitate Sasuke and headed towards Kawaki. Kawaki begins to deliberately burn himself, causing Momoshiki to absorb the fire, which was enough for Boruto to wake up, tearing off Momoshiki's horn and regaining control of his body.